Hey everybody, I'm here to discuss something a little different today. I've made numerous videos and spent a lot of hours making content about, like giving you guys like tips or tricks to quit smoking, giving you reasons why you probably can't and what you need to do to get there. And in all of that, in the last several years of me trying to quit myself, I'm just here to tell you this time that I understand your struggle. So I just lit up again today for the first time in probably 3 months, give or take. And the reason for that was because I was going through this healing process. I discussed that in a different video. But anyway, I'm past that point. And I just know that ever since I quit smoking, I wasn't ready to quit. I quit out of necessity. And every day since then has just gotten harder and harder and harder. And to the point where in the last few days, the last week, my mind has been consumed with just thoughts of, I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette. And I couldn't get the thought of cigarettes off my mind. And that's all I could think about. Someone was talking to me, I wanted a cigarette. If I was working on something, I wanted a cigarette. So finally I just said, you know what? Let's see what this is all about. Let's see why I'm struggling so hard with this. And I just went ahead and lit a cigarette. Unfortunately, it tasted really good. I do want to reiterate something that I said before, that I do think that, it is an emotional thing and a mental thing more than anything to try to quit smoking. It's not so much just about the nicotine addiction itself, but you really have to be mentally and emotionally prepared to quit smoking. Since the marketing scheme and the trap, of smoking is that they kind of turn it into like a friend, someone who's always there for you when you're bored, when you're driving, no matter what the circumstance, you can always just light a cigarette. That's the trap that you fall into. So when you're trying to quit smoking, it's almost like losing somebody. And, if you take it through that context and say, well, okay, here's how I'm going to deal with it. So I'm not worried about it. And I'm not afraid of it. And I can just get it out of my mind and forget about it. I'm not going to go to the funeral. I am going to, all the pictures I have up of this person, I'm taking them all down and I'm just going to forget they ever existed. And that's kind of what happens with cigarettes, is that you're expected to just completely forget about this thing that has helped you through like all these bad times. And that's basically what it comes down to. So all that's going to happen if you're not ready, it's just going to eat away at you until eventually you feel like you need to deal with it. And how do you deal with it? You light a cigarette again. That may not have been the best correlation, but I think you get the point. Because that's how serious it can be. That's why I said I understand it. I understand the struggle. And it's unfortunate that some people out there don't understand that struggle, especially people that got so lucky as to being able to just quit, or people who have never smoked before. It's very easy for someone who's never smoked before to tell you, I just quit. And even, maybe get mad at you or look down on you for not being able to quit. It's because you don't know what it's like to be a smoker. Smoking has been there with me through all of my life experiences, through the good and the bad. It goes all the way back to when I was a teenager, and going through that real rough patch everyone goes through as a teenager, just trying to figure out who you are in life, where you fit in. I always had cigarettes. So it's not so easy, because here it's been, almost 22 years that I've been a smoker, to just forget that I ever smoked. I'm not going to dismiss any of the content that I've previously made. I do hope that something that I've said has helped somebody quit, or push somebody to help them get to the point where they're ready to quit. Even if I can't, I hope that other people can, because obviously it's not the best thing for your health. But at least for me right now, mentally, now obviously physically this is not good for me, but mentally it's helping me deal, through certain current circumstances, and just deal with the whole idea of smoking in general, so I can get to a point where I'm comfortable to try quitting again. Now is not that time. So once again, to everybody out there who's in the same boat that I am, if you're just struggling to kick it, I get it. I get you. I understand. And one day we'll get it. We will. One day we'll quit. In the meantime, we'll just try to tighten up everything else in our lives, try to eat healthier, sleep better, get more exercise. If we're going to do this to ourselves, then the least we can do is put our body in the best possible shape it can be to deal with this until eventually we can kick this too. So in the meantime, Mikey's still a smoker. It's not an act that I condone. for anybody else or myself, but I'd be a hypocrite if I said anything different. So anyway, that's my update. Not that the update of my life is important to you, but you know, if you guys are going through the same thing or just want to discuss a little bit about anything I've mentioned in this video or talk about your smoking habits, leave a comment down below. I always try to respond. You know, other people I've seen respond to other people in the comments, which I think is excellent. That's the whole point of me doing this channel, you know, to see everybody coming together in the comments and talking. So hopefully that continues on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for checking this one out.